Hey everyone! If you're planning to expand your medical device business globally, chances are you've already considered Hong Kong. But then the big question comes, is Hong Kong registration actually worth the investment? Because let's be honest, medical device registration is never just about compliance. It's about business growth, market access, revenue opportunity, distributor expansion, long-term ROI. And many manufacturers struggle with this exact decision. They wonder, will the market justify the cost? Is MDACS really necessary? Will distributors even care? How long until we recover the investment? What hidden costs should we expect? At the same time, we've seen companies completely underestimate Hong Kong's strategic value. Some businesses delayed registration for years and later realized competitors had already secured hospital relationships, distributor partnerships, procurement advantages, brand credibility. Meanwhile, companies that entered earlier often gained faster regional expansion, better distributor trust, stronger Asia-Pacific positioning, easier commercial conversations. So in this complete guide, we'll cover everything. What MDACS really means commercially, whether Hong Kong registration is financially worth it, ROI breakdown step by step, market opportunity analysis, approval process overview, timeline expectations, total cost analysis, hidden costs companies ignore, documents required, mistakes to avoid with real examples, how smart companies maximize ROI. And trust me, if you're evaluating Hong Kong in 2026, this video could save you huge strategic mistakes, unnecessary spending, and months of market confusion. Let's begin. Part 1. Understanding the Hong Kong market. What is MDACS? Hong Kong uses Medical Device Administrative Control System, commonly called MDACS. Technically, MDACS is considered voluntary, but commercially, that's a very different story.
Many hospitals, healthcare procurement teams, private medical groups, distributors prefer or expect MDACS-listed devices. So, while not always legally mandatory, commercially, MDACS often becomes extremely important. Why Hong Kong matters strategically. Hong Kong is often viewed as gateway to Asia, strong healthcare market, international business hub, trusted commercial environment. Many manufacturers use Hong Kong as regional expansion base, distributor network center, brand credibility market. Real example. A manufacturer initially avoided Hong Kong registration to save money. Later, distributors prioritized competitors with MDACS listing. Result? Lost business opportunity, delayed market growth. Key lesson. Sometimes the cost of not registering is much higher than the registration itself. Part 2. ROI breakdown. Is it really worth it? Understanding ROI in medical device registration. ROI means return on investment. But medical device ROI is not only direct sales. It also includes market credibility, distributor confidence, tender eligibility, brand positioning, regional expansion opportunities. Direct financial benefits. 1. Faster distributor discussions. Distributors often prefer compliant products. Without registration, some distributors hesitate. With registration, faster onboarding possible. 2. Hospital procurement opportunities. Some hospitals prefer listed devices. This creates competitive advantage. 3. Brand credibility. Registration signals professional compliance, market commitment, quality confidence. Indirect ROI benefits. Easier regional expansion, better commercial negotiations, stronger investor confidence, improved regulatory reputation. Real example. A company used Hong Kong registration to support expansion discussions across Asia-Pacific. Result? Multiple distributor partnerships opened faster. Key insight. Hong Kong ROI often extends beyond Hong Kong itself. Part 3. Step-by-step process and ROI impact. Step 1. Device classification.
Everything begins here. Why classification impacts ROI. Incorrect classification may create delays, extra testing, rework costs. Example, software device classified incorrectly. Result, additional validation required, delayed market entry. Financial impact, lost sales opportunity during delay. Step 2. Appoint local responsible person. Foreign manufacturers often require local responsible person support. Why LRP quality matters. A strong LRP helps faster communication, better coordination, reduced delays. Common mistake, choosing cheapest LRP provider only based on cost. Result? Poor communication, slow response handling. Hidden ROI problem, poor support delays commercial launch. Step 3. Gap analysis. One of the most important ROI saving steps. Gap analysis includes technical documentation review, risk analysis review, testing review, clinical evidence review, labeling review. Common problem, skipping gap analysis to save money. Result, bigger expenses later. Example, manufacturer submitted outdated EMC reports. Result, retesting required, timeline delay, increased cost. Key lesson, preventive compliance is usually cheaper than corrective compliance. Step 4. Technical documentation. Strong technical documentation directly affects ROI. Documents include device description, intended use, risk analysis, clinical evidence, test reports, labeling, IFU. Common problem, manufacturers reuse old files without local review. Result, queries, revisions, delays. Financial impact, every delay affects revenue opportunity. Step 5. Testing and validation. Testing can become a major cost area. Possible testing, EMC, electrical safety, biocompatibility, software validation, cybersecurity. Common mistake, ignoring test validity dates. Result, expired evidence, retesting costs. Hidden ROI damage, unexpected testing destroys budget forecasting. Step 6. Labeling and IFU review. Another underestimated ROI factor. Common problem, marketing claims unsupported by evidence. Result, relabeling, delays. Example, a brochure claimed clinically superior without adequate evidence. Result, label revision required. Financial impact, relabeling after production becomes extremely expensive. Part 4. Timeline and ROI relationship. Typical timeline. Simple devices, 3 to 6 months. Moderate complexity, 6 to 12 months. Complex devices, 12 to 24 plus months possible. Why timeline affects ROI? Longer approval timelines create delayed sales, delayed distributor onboarding, inventory holding costs, missed procurement opportunities. Example, a delayed registration caused a company to miss a major procurement cycle. Financial loss exceeded entire registration budget. Key lesson, fast and proper registration usually improves ROI significantly. Part 5. cost breakdown, visible costs, regulatory consulting, LRP services, documentation preparation, testing, translation, labeling review, hidden costs, retesting, relabeling, delays, emergency consulting, distributor issues, inventory losses. Biggest ROI mistake. Companies only calculate submission-related expenses, but ignore business delay costs. Example: a manufacturer delayed launch by 8 months due to poor preparation. Result: huge missed revenue opportunity. Key insight: the biggest cost is often delayed market entry, not the registration itself. Part 6. Documents required. Administrative documents. Manufacturer details. LRP authorization. Company certificates. Technical documents. Device description. Intended use. Risk analysis. Clinical evidence. Test reports. Quality documents. ISO 13485 certificate. Manufacturing controls. Labeling documents. Labels. IFU. Packaging artwork. Common documentation problems. Expired reports. Missing signatures. Weak clinical evidence. Inconsistent intended use. Result: delays, rework, additional expenses. Part 7. Biggest mistakes to avoid. Mistake 1. Looking only at initial cost. Result: poor long-term strategy. Mistake 2. Delaying registration too long. Result: competitors gain market advantage. Mistake 3. Weak documentation. Result: delays and extra costs. Mistake 4. Choosing cheap support only. Result: weak compliance strategy. Mistake 5. Ignoring hidden costs. Result: budget shock later. Mistake 6. Weak timeline planning. Result: missed commercial opportunities. Key lesson: smart ROI comes from strategic planning, not from cutting corners. Part 8. Final ROI conclusion. So, is Hong Kong registration worth it? For many manufacturers, yes. Especially if you want Asia-Pacific growth, strong distributor relationships, better procurement opportunities, long-term regional strategy. But ROI depends heavily on preparation quality, documentation strength, timeline management, regulatory strategy. One powerful sentence: the companies that gain the highest ROI are usually the companies that treat regulatory compliance as a business investment, not just a regulatory expense. Planning medical device registration in Hong Kong? Don't let weak planning, delayed approvals, poor documentation, hidden costs damage your ROI. Why choose OMC Medical? Hong Kong MDAC expertise, ROI-focused regulatory strategies, technical documentation support, faster approval planning, LRP services, end-to-end global compliance support. Whether you're evaluating market entry or actively planning Hong Kong registration, talk to OMC Medical experts today. If this video helped you understand the real ROI behind Hong Kong medical device registration, follow OMC Medical for more deep regulatory insights, compliance strategies, and global market access guidance. See you in the next video.